Sitting there watching Aquaman 2, it hit me when the film ended that this film was edited and put out in such a way that it serves as the final big middle finger to the DCEU. Whether you liked it or not, it goes out with a giant middle finger from everybody involved. The DCEU is made up of films of varying quality, some considered to be some of the worst comic book films of all time, others middle of the road, and some in the pantheon of considered the best. Wherever you land on this, I'm pretty sure you can probably find some films you absolutely love and some films you absolutely hate. For me, films like Blue Beetle, The Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey really stand out as films I loved. Then there's the middle of the road films that I can appreciate because they were trying to do something, like Man of Steel, for example. So with Aquaman 2 being the last entry in the DCEU, we heard that they shot, and we know they shot, major scenes connecting to the DC universe, which were set to feature Ben Affleck having a cameo as Bruce Wayne, and then he was removed and replaced with Michael Keaton's Batman to connect to the future wave, and then he was replaced with new scenes of Ben Affleck. So lo and behold, I'm sitting there in the theater and I'm like, all right, this film is ending, we're in the final act, they didn't show up in the first two acts, when are they showing up? Well, by the time it's all said and done, you get the middle finger, they never show up. And you can tell that there is definitely missing scenes in terms of this film referencing the bigger DCEU, because they outright try not to. This film straight up acts like it's spitting in the face of the DCEU and wrapping up its legacy, I guess that's a word we'll use, and nothing comes of it. You never get interactions with Arthur with the rest of the DC universe. You don't get many references, if at all. Maybe some went over my head, but I don't think they did. Honestly, I didn't see anything. They were never referencing all these things that have happened or are happening. It just sort of exists. And truth be told, there's moments where you can see that something was cut. There is things that are missing. And again, I think this all comes down to what was happening the last year. And I think it's pretty safe to say that the powers that be in charge of DC now told them, cut everything out. Just make this not connect to anything because we don't want it to connect to anything. And the reports and them saying, yeah, this is kind of going to be more of a standalone film when you see it, are true. Because there is nothing here. We could have had some sort of tribute at the end or something. They could have put something in there. Even if I don't care about this universe as a whole anymore and I was checked out, there are still people that care. But they get nothing. They get the big old, hey, thanks for seeing this. Were you hoping for some sort of final goodbye? No. The final goodbye is, spoiler alert, Ocean Master eats a cockroach. And if that isn't telling, I don't know what is.